All right, what's up everybody? It's Ethan here, and I'm here with Hannah and David today. And we are on the Lily Lake Trail. We can keep hiking. We're on the Lily Lake Trail out here in the Sangre to Cristo range. It's still dark, but today we are going to be headed up to Mount Lindsay. 14 are out here. And it's going to be class 3. We're taking the northwest ridge to get up to the summit, so should be a lot of fun. As you can see, it's still dark. It's a little after 5 a.m. so I will wait till the sun comes up and then give you guys some more details. All right, so we have been hiking in for almost a mile. And the trail's been pretty flat so far. It looks like we're finally starting to go uphill now. We're gonna continue on the trail this way and go back into the trees up around the boulder field. And then hopefully be getting above tree line in the relatively near future. How y'all feeling?
Sweet.
Swell.
Swell.
Gotta bring that word back. All right, so it's starting to get light outside and we are still hiking in along this creek. Got some views out there, and the trail has since gotten extremely steep. Always hard to give a good perspective, but it's going straight up. No switchbacks, very rocky, lots of roots. Definitely pretty intense. But we are making good time so far and making our way up to the tree line. All right, so we are hiking up through right above this little creek right here, and that is our end destination right there, Mount Lindsay. And that, believe it or not, is called the Iron Nipple. The Iron Nipple. Sounds like a fun time. But yeah, we're just following this trail. Should be getting out of these trees pretty soon. And then we're gonna head up in that direction. All right, well, we are up in a little basin here above the tree line. And got some really beautiful glows on those mountains over there, right in the middle of the Sangres. And there's Mount Lindsay right there, looking pretty fresh.
Pretty spicy.
So we're gonna be eventually, I think, getting up onto the saddle right there and then just climbing up the west ridge. So looks fun. I know Hannah's excited. Class 3 is her favorite.
My favorite.
And David's never done a class 3 before, so we'll see how he feels about it.
I've peed.
Many times.
Gotta get it in while the trees are here. This is nice.
Just hiked through that lower basin. And now we're getting up into the upper portions of the basin, well above tree line at this point. And hopefully soon here, we'll be making our way up to the saddle. It's pretty beautiful up here. All right, we're getting up here. View's getting better. Climbing up this slope with amazing views. And we are making our way up there. I think that's going to be the saddle. And from there, the real fun will begin. Because this isn't steep enough yet. It's got to be steeper than this, right? But it definitely is beautiful up here. It's pretty crazy. All right, we are climbing up onto the saddle. You can see some hikers up there, and that is the route. That's the Northwest Ridge, and the summit of Mount Lindsay is up there. Looks pretty fun, pretty intense. Can't wait to get up there and check it out. All right, we are climbing up onto the Northwest Ridge. We climbed up through there. Lots of class 3, lots of loose rock in there. But not too like overly technical, which is nice. I think the more technical spots on this mountain are gonna be a little further up, but not as much loose rock, which will be nice. But just gotta finish climbing up this to the ridge. All right, guys, we are up on the ridge crest, doing some scrambling over these rocks. Pretty fun. And everyone's having a great time, right, guys?
Woo! Full spider pause.
So you can actually see the crux wall right there, which looks like it's gonna be quite the adventure. So there's a few different lines to get up, and we'll see which one we want to do when we get there. For now, we're just doing some easy scrambling along the ridge. All right, so we are climbing up this steep class 3 gully. There's Hannah, just murdering it. And we are like right below the crux wall right now. So there's the crux wall up there. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. Pretty fun. All right, David is climbing up the butt crack of Mount Lindsay, and it's definitely class 4, but he's doing it, getting up there.
Yeah, baby.
And then Hannah will go next, and then I'll be the last one up there. This is pretty awesome, actually. This is really fun. And the exposure isn't too bad. I mean, it's definitely pretty technical, but the exposure isn't too bad up here. All right, well, this is the crux of the route right here. Little high class 3, low class 4 pitch. We tried going up through the crack there, but that just did not work out, so.
Shit, David, how'd you do this? Where are you?
And there's a cairn right there, actually, so.
Oh, shit.
All right, guys, so we are up here on the summit ridge. That is the Mount Lindsay summit right there. And man, it is beautiful. So we just got up to that false summit, and should be real straightforward to get to the actual summit from here. Basically just straight up the trail. And this is actually the point where the Northwest Gully route meets the Northwest Ridge route. But we will most likely be down climbing the ridge just to avoid all the loose rock and craziness that's going to be on the gully right now. So got a nice spicy down climb to look forward to in our near future. But for now, just focused on getting that last about 100, 150 feet up to the summit of Lindsay. All right, we made it up to the summit of Mount Lindsay at 14,042 feet. It's pretty smoky today, unfortunately, but still getting some good views. You can see out there to the Spanish Peaks. And then over there, there's Little Bear, Blanca, Ellingwood. There's a Little Bear Blanca Traverse. And way out there, down in that basin, those are the Great Sand Dunes. And then the Creststones are out in that direction, but it's a little too smoky to see them today.
It is so weird,
But yeah, it is beautiful up here. Beautiful climb.
yeah. Not up my snack game.
Hannah killed it. And David did his first class 3 and also killed it.
Got up here.
But yeah, it's good to be up here. We're gonna hang out for a little while and then start heading back down. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. Really cool summit. All right, we are heading off the summit as more people hike back up.
Morning, good work, guys.
And looking forward to a fun down climb on this ridge. And then hopefully a relatively quick hike back to the car. All right, we're making our way down the ridge, and we should be getting to the crux wall. It should be like right over there. So we're pretty close. Making our way back down. Thus far it hasn't been too bad, but the lower parts of the ridge are definitely the more technical, I would say. But we definitely got some great views to look at. Little Bear, Blanca, Ellingwood, awesome. All right, we just climbed back down that crux wall, and wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously there's some sketchy parts, but wasn't too bad. Now we're kind of on the side of the slope here, and there's definitely a good amount of exposure, but it's not too bad. And once we get over there, we should be good.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
Me too.
All right, we're at the bottom of the ridge. We all made it down safely. Even Hannah. So from here it should be, I mean, we got a little boulder field to cross, but after that it should be pretty smooth sailing back to the trailhead.
And that downhill within the forest is going to be a worse.
Yeah, well, what can you do? We might slip a couple of times. But man, it is so beautiful up here. It's incredible. All right, we are back below the saddle between the Iron Nipple and Mount Lindsay. Looking like a beast of a mountain from down here. How's that look? Crazy.
We climbed up it.
Yeah.
It's so weird that it's just like, I mean, I guess it's not so much.
We are back in the basin, which is really incredible, just surrounded by mountains everywhere you look. There's Mount Lindsay up there. And look at that, look at these marmots out here.
Marmots!
Marmot!
Oh my god, he's like a black. I've never seen such a dark colored one. He's so cool.
More moot.
All the interesting wildlife you see. They're repping my gear.
Y'all see that hummingbird?
Back in the trees, headed down all this steep below tree line stuff. Making our way back down. All right, we are back down off all the steep stuff. Should be getting pretty close to where we have to cross the creek and then eventually join back up with the Lily Lake Trail and hike back out to the trailhead. Not too much further now. Although there is going to be a little bit of uphill on the way out, which is not ideal. But what are you going to do about it? So just a little bit of info there. The creek crossing is really low right now. I've heard that it can get like pretty insane, but it's pretty low right now, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. I did dip my feet in the water this morning, but on the way back during the day, a little easier to see. And there's some rocks that just go right across it, make it a little easier to cross. But yeah, anyway, just gonna keep hiking out. All right, we are in this little clearing right at the beginning of the trail. So we're about wrapped up with this hike, which was awesome. Despite the fact that I injured myself a couple of times. Minor injuries, but it still sucked, but I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Just a little bloody.
Just a little bloody. But yeah, David did his first class 3 and murdered it the entire time. And Hannah seems to be less scared of doing class 3s now, so that's good.
Yep. That's
And
it.
yeah, it's a fun day. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys soon for another hiking adventure.